Evil lives. It is Book Review Friday, and as the title says, I'm talking about Isle of the Lost by Melissa de la Cruz. This is the prequel to the Disney Channel original movie Descendants, so I'm going to compare and contrast them because it's better. Let's get started. In this world, the United States of Oregon consists of all the Disney kingdoms that apparently take place in modern day. Elected King Beast, aka Adam, as their ruler. Prince Ben is going to be crowned king very soon. The Isle of the Lost is where King Beast gathered all of the villains. Even if they were dead, they were brought back to life, lost all of their magical powers, and shoved onto this island of refuge and trash. And that's where they stay. But the Disney villains, just like the princes and princesses, got busy and had some children. This book, as well as the movie, centers around Mal, daughter of Maleficent, and her three friends, allies / lackeys. Jay, son of Jafar, Evie, daughter of the evil queen, and Carlos, son of Cruella de Vil, who apparently is one of the greatest of Disney's villains. So many others are worse. Isle of the Lost, the prequel, is not about them going to Oregon per Prince Ben, soon to be King Ben's proclamation like the movie. Isle of the Lost is before then, when Maleficent discovers that her staff, the Dragon's Eye, is on the island and sends Mal to go get it. Mal has a project due at school to do a great act of evil, and since the Dragon's Eye has a 10,000 year sleeping curse on it, she decides to force the other three to go along and get one of them to pick it up for her. Do I like this? Yeah, I do. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. The movie is a 3 out of 5 stars. I like it, but it's not that great. Now, Melissa de la Cruz admitted that there were things that didn't make a lot of sense. Like how people like Maleficent were supposed to be dead and they came back to life. I heard about it when they released one image of the four main characters, Mal, Jay, Evie, and Carlos in costume on the Isle of the Lost, and that's how they announced the movie. And I was really interested in it because it seemed really intriguing, and I'm like, this is either gonna bomb or it's gonna do well. Well, then Teen Beach Movie came out. That's how long ago this was, y'all. This was over a year ago I heard about Descendants. So Teen Beach Movie came out and it blew me away with how good it was, and Zapped was really good, and a lot of their latest Disney Channel original movies have been good. And Frozen, that's how old this is. Pre-Frozen was great. Big Hero 6 was great. And so a lot of what Disney has been doing is really good. Now, not all of the shows, as in almost none of the shows that I like. I can barely stand any of them, but I do watch some. I was really hoping for it, and then I started to hear it wasn't that good. If you're going in expecting it to be as good as Teen Beach Movie or Big Hero 6, no. This is by the guy that did High School Musical. It's better than High School Musical. I haven't seen the third one, senior year, but I saw the first two, so it seems better than those, but this isn't like gonna be great. Now, some of y'all are probably younger than me and you loved High School Musical, and that's fine. So if you're older now, you might not like it. I kept hearing about it, but I decided to pick this up and read it before I saw the movie, and I really like this, and this is definitely better than the movie. Now, there are things that are weird. The first scene is painful. The first scene is painful. Oh my gosh. The whole setup is so fake. The whole setup on both sides. All these villains being together at the same time. All their kids, their children's names. Let's talk about their names. Mal, Maleficent, Mal. Cruella, Carlos. Evil, Evie. Jafar, Jay. I mean, come on. And every character is like that except Ben. I'm like, I don't even know where they get Ben from. Ben, Belle, and Beast. I don't even know. Belle, Beast, Ben. But at least it wasn't like Beast and then Bay or something. I was like, oh, At least he's a little different, but he's the only one. Like, Mulan's daughter is Lonnie, and it's a little weird that Fairy Godmother's daughter is Jane. They didn't do too well with these names, guys. That's really lame. But the whole setup feels very, very fake. There's no getting away with that in the book or in the movie. It feels fake, and it feels like they couldn't come up with something else. It being modern day, literally I have this. They get television shows, and it was all from the Disney Channel shows. Livin' Maddie, Dog with a Blog, and Mighty Mad. I was just kind of like, okay. It's really weird. The setup and the world is odd. The plot itself, because of the world, is a little meh. But what do I like? The characters. I love Mal, Carlos, Evie, and Jay. And while Mal has more to her in the movie, and Evie definitely has more to her in the movie, Jay has a little bit more in the movie. Carlos is very two-dimensional, and that was a complaint I read on this article titled, if you're going to watch Disney Descendants as an adult, drink. Carlos is not very well done, and I don't like that. I really love him in this. He's a genius. They only have this one little scene where he disables an alarm. That's the only hint that we get at his genius. He is a bona fide genius in this. He's not just afraid of dogs. In this, that barely comes up because he's never seen them. A little more obviously put in the book versus the movie is that the four of them are definitely abused. Evie, she's just not good enough. Mal is called a failure. You are my failure. I should never have had a child, and I was hoping you'd be something, but you're nothing. She's told that constantly. Jay, it doesn't really seem to hint too much in the book, but in the movie, there's a point where Jafar corners Jay. Jay is backing up, and he won't let his dad touch him. And it looks like Jay's probably been physically abused. Carlos definitely is. It's in this. He has scars on his legs because his mother, as punishment, will lock him in her closet, or the door to her closet, leading to her closet, and it's full of traps, and one got him. Like, Mal mentioned the room, and he started to rub the scar on his leg that his mother gave him. They're definitely abused, which is edge for a Disney Channel original movie. To have little hints for people who know abuse, because most of my friends were abused, and I've seen a lot of abuse in my life, not from myself. I haven't been abused, but I know a lot of people who have personally, and seen abuse happen in front of me, and had to stop it, that kind of thing. I like in this, they have to face all these tasks, and it really comes from the movies. Quotes, scenes, things from the movies. Again, I really like Carlos. He has so much character in this, and then you watch the movie and he has very little character at all. And yeah, he is afraid because he is the son of Cruella, who's been tormented by her his whole life. He has to clean her whole house and stuff. So I do like a lot that Carlos has more. Oh, another thing that I liked in this that isn't in the movie is, why did Ben come up with this idea? He never explains it. That opening scene that's painful where he decides it, he doesn't say why. He kind of gives this, but they're innocent, which makes you go like, Disney princes and princesses don't believe that children don't inherit the evil, and so you force them to grow up on this prison island. That makes no sense. So I thought that was really lame. But in this, we actually get to see Ben have this awakening to, what's it like not to be a prince? Like, it never occurs to him, which is kind of sad. But he having this picnic with his girlfriend, and he starts to wonder, like, who put this picnic together? How much work and effort went into this food that we're just eating? Who made this blanket? Where did it come from? And all these other different questions that he had, and then he started to think about the Isle of the Lost. And it leads right up to that opening scene in the movie that is painful. And it reads a lot better here, where he's looking at the island for the millionth time. And he's been pondering it for weeks and weeks and weeks. And he's thinking, my parents are going to come in here and I can't wait because I know what I'm going to tell them. It also really kind of leads up to the four of them, you know, battling with, should we be good, should we be evil, and their decision in the movie, because in this, and this is rather spoilery, so spoiler right here, but in this, they do an act of good and become ultimate failures. And so it kind of also shows Mal's trying really, really, really hard at the beginning of the movie. Well, it's because she was deemed by everyone on the island as a failure. And the four of them are causing all this havoc on the island because the four of them were deemed failures by the whole island. And everyone's like, you're nothing, you're stupid, you're lame, you're weak, you're good. And so it's the four of them trying to say, hey, no, we're not. I really liked that. I thought it was quite well done. I actually do recommend this. The movie, only if you can handle cheesy things. It is a little cheesy, but if you like Disney like I do, and you're a Disney buff, you will like this. You will. 2 things are marked, and then I didn't mark anything else. One is this great line that just amused me, and I went, okay, yeah, I'm okay, I can read this. Who wanted to make lemonade from lemons when you could make perfectly good lemon grenades? And that's kind of like the idea of the mentality on the island, which again helps fuel what the characters are doing. This really does explain a lot, and I don't think you will enjoy the movie as much if you don't read this. There's one thing I don't like. But Mal wasn't like all the girls. Like, they do have a line in Rotten to the Core, we're not like the boys and girls next door. I'm like, well, yeah, they're on a prison island. This was just blaming. I'm so tired of that line. It shouldn't be in there. Why is it in there? It shouldn't be in there. Maybe it's because of the song. I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like that. That's the only thing that I really don't like, other than the world building, which is very, very lame. Alright, so yeah, 4 out of 5 stars. More like 3.75, but I don't get that crazy. So round it up to 4. And the movie is a solid 3 stars. I do like it. I'm thinking of buying the movie. I really do like the soundtrack. I keep listening to it. This is what happens to the High School Musicals movies, which I did not like. I did not like the first movie. I went, eh. And then I had the songs in my head for like a year and a half. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to see more. Good luck with your reading. Make sure you check out my previous videos. I had a really long, very hilarious whisper challenge with my 2 best friends. It was a load of fun. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye! I do not look very Maleficent or Mal today. I looked like Mal and I sounded like an idiot in the original. Isle of the Lost, the Isle of the... I keep messing with this. Mal is under a... Mal is... None of the shooting had been done. Blah. None of the cast... Blah. I can't talk. I blew it. Blah. I can't talk. My pants are ripped. I just realized my pants ripped. These are brand fucking new. They just ripped. I hate everything. What was I saying? They just cut off. Make you understand. Now I have to get these pants off because they have